どうぞ。
何、
はい、こんにちは。今日は現役フランス人にフランスの恋愛についてインタビューでもないですけど話してもらいます。はい、どうぞ。まずは名前の呼び方？名前の呼び方ない。
My name?
No, 違う。You don't say girlfriend's name.
Yeah, we don't. We
Ça vaって。
Ça va bien.
Merci beaucoup.
フランス語できる。
すごい。はい、どうぞ。
But the name, right? It's true in Japan you don't say names, でしょ? In Japan. Like the surname. You say.
What do you mean?
You told me like about the names thing.
We call first name.
Yeah, in the relationship, でしょ? It's true that in France, if you talk to me with my first name, like if you say Axel, I think I will be in trouble because when you don't call me with a nickname, I think it's mean you're angry or something like that. Like it doesn't show affection, I think. Or if you want to be serious, you will use my first name. So I think I think because in France or Europe at least, we like to show our affection every day. So by this cute surname, we do that often. Nicknames, yeah.
So, give us an example.
of nickname.
In French.
I didn't use them for a long time now, but I think last time I used some was we use a lot doudou, I think. Doudou sounds cute because it's the same word you use to call your, when baby have like a plush to sleep with. This is a doudou.
Nuigurumi.
Yeah, nuigurumi. It's mean nuigurumi kind of because it's something we like to keep close to us and make us feel safe. Mon cœur, which means my heart. My heart. 私の心 or mon amour is pretty classic. A bit old school, which means my love. But doudou is very common. I mean, it was like 3 years ago when I was 6 years, 5 years ago when I was in France. So it must be changed. Also, our parents use also like nickname, but it was like super like dasai. Like mon chat or mon lapin. They use a lot of animals' name, like neko or usagi-chan, which is super dasai now, but they use this kind of pet's name a lot. But in Japan it's super different because you guys are not used to that, right?
No.
Why is that?
Why?
Why suddenly your boyfriend or your husband call you babe, love, sunshine, or I don't know?
Because we are not used to it. We call each name. We're in a division. We are just not used to use like Bebe-chan or babe or monama or those.
Do you think like people would love that more if they have the opportunity, or because for example
we have a cute nickname, but it's more directly
to the name.
Yes.
Like Axel-chan
or Ak-chan or I don't know, whatever.
At-chan or something like that. You don't use like in English like babe, sunshine or my love. It's also a funny thing that, for example, you have a word that means I love you, but you don't like to use it too much, because it's too strong, like aishiteru.
I mean, it's not that it means too strong, but it just, I don't know. Why you get your hair so much?
No, because it's super hot today, so.
Okay. なんだっけ? It just, I don't know. We're just not used to it.
Yeah, I think it's most girls care more about guys, obviously.
I just,
I mean about the nicknames.
yeah.
Girls care more about that than guys, I think. But also, like I said before, it's also to show your like if I give you a nickname, it's mean that you're my girlfriend, you're special to me, you know. If I just say your name when I'm with you, it will look that we are friends or something is wrong. I think mostly.
And also you can talk about biting.
This is a bit more weird. Like not everyone do it, but like some girls like to not bite guys, but like like a kawaii type kind of, just like baby do, you know. I think it's the same thing. It's to show that you're the one person kind of, because obviously you don't do that with anyone. So if you do that with this person, it means there is a special connection, and it's kind of like also working on the passion, but like physical attraction kind of, like playing like this, because we don't want to show no interest or no passion every day. That's why we use always nickname or this kind of like touching stuff. Yeah. I don't know. In Japan, it's not the same thing, right?
As far as I knew, I've never done that.
With Japanese. I think it's definitely, yeah. But that's why I think it's interesting when you have these two worlds who collide with each other, like a French person and Japanese person who come from two different cultures, completely opposite, and they create a relationship together. It's super interesting because they can take both good parts of the world and mix them together. Like the respectful part, or the more like in France, like using a more cute name and showing more thing, maybe like this two connection thing.
You can continue speaking.
I think there is way too much things to say on this like mixed relationship thing, but maybe I think like we talked about in the other video last time, it was also very interesting about what foreign guys would like about like a Japanese girl or Japanese guy, maybe in the other way. Like yeah, maybe like a lot of people talk about this what did we say, like a yellow fever, but I think now people use the term a bit wrong. Like you have of course this kind of basic guy who just want a Japanese girlfriend because she's just Japanese looking, but now a lot of people of course are interested into Japanese people because they have this special culture or habit or way of doing things, and people would call that yellow fever, but I think for me it's different. You have to bring like these two things apart, like the physical attraction and the culture thing. So yeah. Like it's not, for example, a lot of French people love she wake up suddenly, but I don't think it's because someone, for example, like me, or the YouTuber Bebe-chan is saying like Japanese girls are super supportive and respectful and they always think as a team and everything. So it's not because we're Japanese, it's just because we love this kind of part, but it doesn't make us like in yellow fever thing, I think, which is pretty different, but I could be wrong, maybe. What about you?
What about Gaijin Hunter, you say?
Gaijin Hunter, yeah. Yeah, that's funny that in Japan, not a lot of people know this Gaijin Hunter word, which I think came from, obviously, like, foreign guys, maybe, but when I used to talk to girls during dates, and I told them, like, I met some people there, over there and there, but there is a lot of Gaijin Hunter on this application, and most of people are like, gaijin hunter wa nani? Like they don't know what it means, but I was pretty surprised because as a foreigner, you encounter a lot, obviously, and it's basically a girl who don't care who you really are. She just cares that you're a foreigner, and most of the time they want to travel in Europe and have half kodomo and this kind of thing. Like she will look, basically they care more about what you can bring them more than what you are. Like she don't really care that much if you're funny or having a crazy good interest in sport or anything. She just say, oh, thanks to him I will be able to have a French passport and I will have super cute kodomo. So but I think in big city mostly, like in Hokkaido or this smaller, like more away place from Tokyo, people are not really like that. It's really like a Tokyo thing, I think.
Tokyo is a mix of
yeah
everything.
Yeah, but I think for me Tokyo is a bit more superficial than if you take Osaka or Hokkaido or what's the place in the south? I always forget. Okinawa. Like for me, these places, people are way more natural and they care more about like what you're inside. But in Tokyo, a lot of things is about image, you know. So in Tokyo, yeah, you encounter more these kind of people, but it's mostly girls. Like you don't really find guys who are gaijin hunter.
Because they're scared.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But it's very hard, I think, when you're not used to it's not Japanese culture, but when you're not used to this Japanese lifestyle and you first arrive in Japan and you look for a girlfriend simply, you will find obviously a lot of girls who will be like, oh my god, you're foreigner, it's so interesting, so cool, but like they will mostly be interested about the fact that you're a gaijin more than who you really are. So these girls will be mostly gaijin hunter. So but also I think bring us to another point, which is in Tokyo, I don't know if it's Japan thing generally, but in Tokyo, as foreigners, it's a bit hard to make real friends because a lot of people just want gaijin friends to. It's not a bad thing. It's just like, how can I say? Like they want gaijin friend like this. They can show on Instagram. Oh look, I have a French friend and I have a New Zealand friend. This kind of thing. So. But as foreigner, I think it's hard when you first arrive in Japan. When you live like me, like during 3 years, you get used to it and you know how to handle it. But it's definitely way harder to make friends here. I think it's a Tokyo thing, definitely. When I was in Osaka, it was way more easier. But in Tokyo, it's super hard. And also, the other thing is, in Europe, we are super used to text and answer very fast and make plans last minute. Like for example, hey, you're doing nothing today or tonight. Okay, let's meet at your house or something. But in Japan, you cannot do that. You have to plan ahead, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like even my close friend, if I text them, oh, let's have a beer tonight. Sometimes it's okay, but sometimes not. They will tell me like, oh, what about next week or what about in 2 weeks, this time and date. So that's also one of the hard things as a gaijin here. You cannot really imply. Yeah, sorry, I went too far because it's linked to a lot of things. But yeah, that's one of the.
We're talking about relationship.
Yeah, but to bring back to that, like it's I think it's a bit hard if you're not used to the. It's not Japanese culture, but it's a basic thing in Tokyo.
Or a big cities.
Yeah, in
if
big
you go
city.
to Paris, maybe it's the same situation.
Kind of, yes.
Like they want the superficial thing.
I would say like if you come to live in Tokyo and you've never been to Tokyo before, something like that, you're looking for someone or having a. I'm talking about serious relationship, not like one night thing. But if you look for serious relationship, you should really take your time to know the person because you will find a lot of gaijin hunter, especially if you go to this meetup rendezvous in Tokyo. You know, they gather like gaijin and Japanese to speak English and meet just new people and organizing party. It's a super nice place and very nice people there, but sometimes it's.
So I like to join by.
But yeah, it's very. You should just take your time and be careful to really understand with who you go and not getting caught by a gaijin hunter. But most of all Japanese girls are super nice. So just few time there is girls who are like this, but it's a really few people compared to all the nice people in Japan. So
maybe you can give us advice to date foreigners.
If a Japanese girl want to meet foreigners, like
what's the important thing to date a foreigner?
I think
Like you
because
have to have something, or you have to take care of.
I think I will just talk for me because I don't know about all the guys foreigners, but for me, the most important point is to stay open-minded, because when you meet foreign guys, they will have, it's gonna be like so much differences between you and him or you and her, as a culture shock, I think. Like the way of seeing life and doing things in the city or in any situation will be super different sometimes. So I think just being open-minded is super important. That's why we kind of, as a Gaijin, love women or guys who already have been to other country, because you can really see the difference. So yeah, I think mostly just staying open-minded, and I think like again, like we said before, like being super supportive, showing support. Like if you say you have a dream or you have a passion about anything and you will show interest, you will have so much good point for us, because in France girls don't do it that much because we like to judge each other and complain. But for example, if I love, I don't know, like basketball, but you have no clue what basketball really means or do, or you don't really care, but you show interest in this kind of thing, we will really enjoy that a lot. Yeah. Mostly, of course, cute, being. I don't think we like cute girls. We like pretty girls. In Japan, girls like to be cute because it's what guys like. They want a cute girl as girlfriend. But in France, I mean, at least Europe, we don't really like that. I think, of course, it's cute, but for us, cute is friend or babies or children's. But if I want a girlfriend, I want a woman, like someone sexy, pretty, not really cute. So that's also an important point, I think. We want to be with someone mature and strong looking, mostly. That's few advice, at least for me. Do you have any other question for me?
No.
Or maybe if people have questions, but I don't know if they will have some. What do you think?
It's getting hot. It's getting hot.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but Tokyo is getting crazy. This last week, like 37 degrees last time?
No, 35.
35 degrees.
But I don't
I mean, there is so much points because like our two cultures are super different, so there is so much things to say. Also.
How was you can talk about French girlfriend you had in the past.
French girlfriend, like how they are or how they.
Or I don't know.
It's a bit.
How?
I'm sure there is a like French type because as our culture is super mixed with all the other countries.
True.
Like a lot of people are super different, but I would say definitely like French girls are a bit like Italian girls or Spanish girls. They are known to have a super strong character, like super strong personality. Like they really want to show they're independent and strong. Like a few years before, like maybe 10 years before, it was not really a thing. But now girls want to show more and more that they are strong. Like if you go to a date or even as friend, you go somewhere, everyone will pay his own part. For example, it's getting more and more right now. Some girls still love, of course, to be invited by a guy for the first date or anything. But now it's getting more common that oh no, I can buy, it's okay. I work. I'm strong, independent.
Show.
Yeah, that's why I say we love to meet like strong women, not cute and just cute girls. We like to have this strong image.
I still like to be invited.
No, of course, it doesn't mean you will never invite the girl, but like my point is like they like to show their independence and strength more and more. Yeah, mostly. And beside that, I think there is a lot of different ones. So yeah, which is different from Japan because as Japan is an island, most of the type things is always the same. Like the date or the way of saying things are always the same. But as Europe is connected with all these countries, like my family is Italian, but I'm French, so like I bring some Italian cultures in my personality. So. That's a tricky point.
Yes.
That's the worst combination. French and Italian is like too much personality exploding.
Too much.
Complaining
and they like women in general.
I think this will be more Italian people. Italian guys are super famous to be flirting guys ever.
French? What about French?
I think in the top 3 you have Italians, Spanish guys, and big French guy. Yeah.
Really?
Because I think the love culture is mostly come from France and Italy. Like our history come a lot of that, like poetry and this kind of thing. But I think right now, even if France have this image of love country and anything, Italy has still more potential about this, I think. Guys are known to be super good at flirting.
Who?
Italian guys?
No?
Yeah. I don't know.
Eh?
But they are super easygoing and they talk to you super easily and very used to that. French guys too, but I think a bit less. Because also like this kind of French girls are super strong now. So they are used to guys hitting on them, so they know how to defend themselves. Yeah.
Another advice for Japanese ladies.
For what? For
sometimes foreigners are too good to flirt, and Japanese girls don't know what is flirting and what is serious. So you can advise them that this is just flirting and this is more serious.
That's a tricky one because as a guy I don't really know, but I think that you should definitely take your time into, like if you want. Again,
you also told me that Japanese girls are so easy to fall in love.
Oh yeah.
So you can just tell them.
Yeah, but that links the question like you should first take your time, even if the guy say, "Oh, you're super cute and super nice," and because we know how to use like super cheesy quote like. Oh my God, your eyes are so beautiful. I couldn't listen what you say. Sorry. Like, if you say that in France, even if it sounds super cute, the girl will kick you because she know you just, blah blah. But in Japan, most of the girl will be like, oh my God, it's so cute. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Oh, kawaii ne. This kind of thing. Or I think the most typical thing is also when the girls say, oh no, I don't have a boyfriend, and most of the guys will say, what? Oh my God, it's so crazy. Why you don't have a boyfriend? You're so pretty and everything, But yeah, still, as a girl, you should just take your time because most of the European guys are very good to flirt with girls. So just take your time, to be sure the guy really is really into you. And yeah, like you say, it's true, in my opinion, that Japanese girls fall in love super fast. Maybe because they are not used to have so much like compliment and the cheesy thing like flowers, and because in France we all about demonstration. We like to show love, you know, like flowers, like, oh my god, you're super cute today, I love you, blah blah blah. So maybe because they're not used to that, they're like, oh my god, this guy is so good, you know, but they don't know if it's lie or real, so they will go deep too fast. But yeah, I think that's a good thing and a problem, because as you fall too fast, you will get tricked very often, which I think a lot of Japanese girl young, like 20, 25 something, they will get into this, unfortunately. But yeah, just take your time, and if after 1 week or 2 the guy is still into you and talking to you, he's really interested into you. But if after the first night he stop talking to you, it's mean like if you say, oh no, it's okay, thank you, like you're nice, but let's see another time, or let's see each other next week or in 2 weeks, will be like a good try. But if you, is it too fast? 2 weeks?
No.
No. But the other thing, in the other side, like as European, we date super fast. But in Japan, before being official boyfriend and girlfriend, could stay like super long time. Déjà.
So weird.
I think like in Japan, if you wait 3-4 months, it's not weird. But in France, if after second date or third date nothing happened, I think it's dead. We're just friends. I don't say about sex or anything, but just at least a kiss or a word like, oh, so you know, you would like to try. But also there is this, and also in Europe I think we have kind of a trial period.
Yeah.
Like we don't make things official first, but at the beginning, during 1 month or 2 something, we will date, like having a restaurant, kiss, and even sex. But it doesn't mean we are with the person. Only after this trial period, kind of, if we feel fine, everything is working correctly, we will say, oh, so let's make it official, and after that it will be official. So, but in Japan, right, if you kiss, it's official.
I mean,
Déjà?
usually we tell each other that we are interested to be official girlfriend and boyfriend,
And
and
kiss.
then kiss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For us, it's completely opposite.
It's
in
commitment first, and then physical.
I think we want to try first to see if we fit. Like this, if we don't make it official and it doesn't work, it's okay. Like this, we are not hurt. But in the other side, as Japanese person, if we go before trying anything, and after we're disappointed, it will hurt more because we open ourselves. You know, like, oh, I love you, I want to try something with you, and we try and it's not really working, so we're super disappointed. But if we try, think together, oh, okay, we just try, no pressure, anything, it's less than just for the hurt.
Maiko-san.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
She can speak French, but I don't speak.
Eh? So much people can speak French here.
Dozo.
Yeah.
Dozo.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Eh? Name wa?
Maiko-san.
Maiko-san.
Maiko-san. We were just talking about relationship, like difference between sure.
Japanese and foreigners.
Yes.
But yeah, that's most of the points, I think.
Yes. Do you have anything else?
Not for now. Do you have some?
No. We can end for now.
Maybe next time. If people have any subject they would like us to talk or exchange, we can leave in the comment, and next video or next thing we will talk more about it.
Finished.
So yeah, just leave a comment if you want us to talk about anything special, and next video Kana-san will talk more about it and maybe meet you. Maybe.
Yes. もし何か気になるトピックフランスの人に話してほしいことがあったらコメントリクエストお待ちしております。ありがとうございます。
お疲れ様です。